So another thing you can do is some training. If you go down to this button down over here and you click on that, it will take you to a sort of a training program where you can do some practicing. And here is the star. So if you look at here, you've got a clicky button and some training. So training, you click on the training button. And there we go. You've got training here in Portsmouth. And what we'll do is I'm going to show you sort of how I do it. Now let me turn the sound down there. So you can have different views of your boat. I like to have this view, but you can go further up or further down. Yeah, and I find this really difficult because I can't see where I'm going. So I tend to do it at least there. You can see up in this area, this is an idea of where the wind is coming from and where the start line is and where you are. Now, you've got this button down here, which is your automatic tack or jibe. Depending on the aspect of the wind, it will mean that you either tack or you jibe. Oh, look, we've got 15 seconds to go. So we're going to head to the start line now. I click on this thing called the best VMG. Right, and that now automatically sails you the best velocity made good. So I'm a little bit late for the start line because I was busy chatting away. Now because I'm quite a long way away from the boat, I've got a better view of what's going on. So when I tack, I can see that there is the ley line for the mark and there is the mark up here. If you're close in, sometimes it's not easy to see. So I like to be further away, and you just use the up and down arrow here in order to be able to see the picture, and I find that a lot easier to see. You can also see yourself up here. There's the mark you're going to go to, and these are the two ley lines. As we're heading up, I'm just going to stop us, but basically if you want to tack, you can move your mouse over to this part. This is on my computer, and when I press it, it automatically tacks for you. I'm going to press it again, and there we go, I tacked again. You can use your left and right buttons here and here to tack you, but you've got to be aware that you've got to get round to the right angle of sailing, which is up here. And for this boat, it's normally about 30 odd degrees, so it takes a lot longer to do it rather than just pressing the T button. When you get to the mark, press the T, around you go, and then the big cylinder of light moves to where you're next going. Now obviously now I'm using the left and the right button to move myself left and right to aim for the mark, and when I get to it, I'm going to press the left. We're going to go downwind. Now we're heading towards the finish line. You've got the two big lines heading up. If I click on best VMG, it will hold me at the best downwind leg. And if you look up here, if you don't have that selected, it's 175 degrees off of the wind. Okay, and I can just leave it. And there we go. I'm heading downwind towards the finish line. If I wanted to jibe, I move my cursor over to that, press it, or you can press the T button, whichever is easiest for you. Sometimes you can use your mouse, and sometimes you can use the T button. And realistically, that's all you do. It's a lot easier being further away from the boat to see what's going on. And there we go. Finish. Easy peasy.